Hi everyone, today we'll be discussing a topic that becomingly increasingly critical in our digital age, cybersecurity problems. It's an issue that impacts every industry, but certain sectors like healthcare face unique and serious challenges. Before we dive into details, let me introduce our team. Our group consists of 6 members, and each of us has played a vital role in this project. Anis NADIA, myself Thesiigan, AMIRAH HUSNA, NURUL NADHIRAH, NURUL SYAFIQAH, and NURUL SAHIRA. Together, we have collaborated to analyze and present key aspects of cybersecurity challenges and solutions, particularly in this healthcare sector. Now let's move on to the introduction of this assignment. The healthcare sector is one of the most sensitive industries when it comes to data security. It holds private and personal information, making it an attractive target for cybercriminals. As the industry becomes more reliant on digital systems, vulnerabilities are growing. A recent example is the 2023 October data breach at Chengal Medical's Berhad in Malaysia. Sensitive patient data was exposed due to issues like unencrypted information and poorly segmented networks. IBM's 2024 reports highlights just how serious this problem has become. The average cost of a single data breach has reached 4.88 million, and last year more than 364,000 healthcare records were compromised daily. These incidents don't just result in financial losses, they erode patient trust and bring about legal complications. It's clear that urgent action is needed. Healthcare providers must implement robust cybersecurity measures such as encryption, intrusion detection system, and network segmentation. This step not only protects sensitive data but also ensure compliance with Malaysia's Personal Data Protection Act 2010. With this context in mind, let's move forward and explore the issues in more detail.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I'm AINA and my crew and I would like to talk an essential aspect of cybersecurity, the analysis of security threats and solution. This process is vital in helping organizations identify vulnerabilities, understand the natures of security threats, and implement effective countermeasures. In a rapidly evolving digital landscape, this is not just a technical necessity, it is a strategic imperative for safeguarding system networks, and sensitive data against malicious actors. Next, understanding security threats. Let's begin by looking at the analysis of security threats. Threats analysis involves assessing an organization's cybersecurity defenses, identifying vulnerabilities, and proactively mitigating them. By doing so, security teams can develop a deeper understanding of the evolving threat landscape and take action before vulnerabilities are exploited. One common challenge organizations face is weak or outdated security protocol. So what is weak or outdated security protocols? Weak or outdated security protocol are system, technology, or practice that were once considered secure but are no longer effective in protecting against modern cyber threat. This protocol may lack the strength or features needed to defend against current attack methods, leaving system and data vulnerable to breaches. So next, example of weak security protocols. First, using HTTP instead of HTTPS for secure communication. HTTP does not encrypt data between a user's browser and a website, making it vulnerable to eavesdropping and data tampering. HTTPS, on the other hand, secure this communication using encryption. Second, outdated encryption algorithm. Algorithms like MD5 or SHA-1 are no longer secure because modern computing power can break them through brute force attack or collisions, exposing sensitive information. And the last one, hard-coded credential. Storing username and password directly in application code or script make it easy for attackers to find and exploit them if they gain access. So next, root causes and impacts. Now let's explore the root causes of weak or outdated security protocol and their impacts. So first, lack of investment. Many organizations, especially in sectors like healthcare, face budgetary constraints that result in outdated IT systems. An impact for this, enhanced vulnerability to attacks. Outdated protocols increase susceptibility to brute force attacks and data tampering. Second, neglected updates. Systems that remain unpatched are left vulnerable to a known exploit. An impact for this, data breaches. With security measures expose sensitive information such as patient or client data to hackers. And the last one, lack of awareness. IT staff may overlook modern threats due to insufficient knowledge of the evolving cybersecurity landscape. Impact for this, legal and compliance risks. Organizations using insecure protocol like HTTP may face penalties for failing to meet regulatory standards.
Hi everyone, I'm NADHIRAH and I'll be presenting part of our analysis on cybersecurity issues, focusing on the lack of encryption standards in healthcare sector. This critical issue makes sensitive data vulnerable to breaches with significant impacts on privacy and trust. Let's explore the examples, causes, and effects of this problem. Encryption is a fundamental security measure that converts data into an unreadable format unless a decryption key is used. Despite its importance, many organizations fail to implement proper encryption standards. Here are some examples. Sensitive data like medical records is often stored without encryption, such as in text files or plaintext databases. Backups are also left unencrypted, making them vulnerable to physical or network access. Additionally, data is sometimes transmitted using unsecured methods like FTP instead of secure protocol like SFTP. Now, let's discuss why encryption is often overlooked. First, operational oversight happens when encryption is neglected during system design, usually due to inexperience or time constraints. Second, some organizations avoid encryption, wrongly believing it will slow down their systems. Lastly, lack of policies mandating encryption means there's no formal requirement to secure sensitive data. The lack of encryption has severe consequences. Without encryption, attackers can easily access sensitive data, leading to major breaches. Other than that, organizations may face legal violations, failing to comply with regulations like the PDPA. Most importantly, patients and stakeholders lose trust in the organization when their data is compromised. Addressing these issues requires prioritizing encryption, ensuring policies mandate to its use, and adopting secure technologies.
Network segmentation is a fundamental strategy for strengthening cybersecurity. By dividing a network into smaller, secure segments, it helps contain breaches and limits the lateral movement of attackers. Let's consider some examples of poor network architecture to understand why segmentation is critical. First, a flat network connects all systems, which is staff's workstations, patient records, and more, without boundaries. If attackers get entry, they have unrestricted access. Second, a lack of separation between internal systems like hospital database and external facing service such as patient portals and can expose the entire network to risk if the public facing system is exploited. And the third one is reusing login credentials across multiple zones create a single point of failure. If stolen, attackers can move freely throughout the network. These issues highlight the importance of segmentation to safeguard sensitive systems and data. Now, let's examine the root causes and impacts of poor network segmentations. For root causes, first one, flat networks that provide a single point of entry make navigation easy for attackers. Second, lack of design expertise means networks are built without secure segmented zones. And the third one, the absence of zero trust principles allows excessive access, failing to verify and restrict user actions. And next is impact. First one, attackers can move laterally across the network, exploiting critical systems. Second, compromised critical system results in attackers gaining access to sensitive resources. And the last one, poor segmentation reduces detections and response capabilities, delaying the mitigation of threats. Addressing these root causes and impact by implementing proper network segmentation is vital. By isolating critical systems, enforcing zero trust principles, and designing secure zones, organizations can significantly enhance cybersecurity and protect against evolving threats.
Hi, my name is AMIRAH HUSNA, and I will talk about the solution. The solution is about weaknesses like unprotected data, poor protocols, and weak network architecture need robust cybersecurity measures. Network segmentation, secure protocols, and encryption can protect data, ensure compliance, and safeguard patient privacy. These measures reduce risk, improve security, and restore trust. First, data encryption. Data encryption ensures sensitive information stays private and protected. Cryptographic methods convert readable plaintext into unreadable ciphertext. Only authorized users with the correct decryption keys can access it. There are three methods and approach that we use in data encryption. The first one is encrypt data at rest. Use AES 256 to secure the stored data, including backups and database. Hackers cannot read encrypt data if they access it. The second one is encrypt data in transit. Protect data during exchange using HTTPS and TLS 1.3. This prevents interception. And the last one is key management. Use secure key management systems for creating, storing, and rotating encryption keys. Next is tools and technologies. To secure sensitive data effectively, organizations must integrate encryption into their system using specialized tools and technologies. First, we use transparent data encryption (TDE). TDE encrypts database level data, including backups, without app changes. Second, use third-party encryption software. This encrypts files, folders, and communications in systems without native encryption. Implementing these tools involves configuring systems to automatically encrypt data as it is stored or transmitted, minimizing the risk of human error. The last one is implementation step. The first one is evaluate sensitive data. Audit and classify sensitive patient information in database and storage. The second one is encrypt data at rest. Apply TDE to database with medical records and billing data. Encrypt workstation and server drivers using tools like BitLocker or FileVault. Encrypt backups before storing them on-site or in the cloud. Third one is key management. Use KMS to securely store and manage encryption keys. Enable automatic key rotation to reduce the chance of compromise. The fourth one is test encryption. Regularly test encryption using tools like Wireshark, ensure proper setup and functionality of encryption mechanism. And the last one is monitor and audit. Use tools like SYAFIQAH to detect unauthorized access to encrypt data. Conduct periodic audits for compliance with policies and standards like HIPAA.
Good day everyone, my name is NADIA. Today I'll discuss the second solution, which is access control and monitoring, where it's a critical countermeasure for safeguarding sensitive data, especially in high-risk environments like healthcare. First, let's understand the goal. The goal is controlling access to system and data while continuously monitoring user behavior to detect irregularities. For instance, in a healthcare setting, this prevents unauthorized access to sensitive records like medical histories or billing information, even if a breach occurs. Robust access control ensures that sensitive data remains protected. So what is the method and approaches for the solution? So the first one is RBAC. What is RBAC? Role-Based Access Control. RBAC is limits access to sensitive data based on job roles, so it reducing the risk of internal misuse. For example, physicians can access patient medical records for treatment but not financial data, while billing staff can view financial details without accessing patient care records. So this method is essential in healthcare where data must be compartmentalized to protect patient privacy and ensure regulatory compliance. Next is multi-factor authentication, MFA. MFA adds layer of security to healthcare system by requiring more than just a password for access. So this could include a one-time code or biometric scans. Even if a hacker steals a user's credentials, MFA ensures they cannot gain access without passing additional checks. This is crucial in safeguarding patient data, especially considering the high value of electronic health records (EHR) on the black market. So the last approach or method is frequent monitoring and anomaly detection. So monitoring tools track unusual behaviors such as staff accessing data beyond their typical scope or from unexpected locations. For example, if a billing employee starts accessing medical records or a login comes from an unfamiliar IP address, these activities are flagged as anomalies. This proactive approach helps identify potential breaches early, minimizing the impact of cyber attacks. So what are the tools and technologies for healthcare security? The first one is access management tools. Platforms like Okta and Azure Active Directory enforce RBAC and MFA across healthcare systems, it ensuring that only authorized personnel can access sensitive data. The second one is Intrusion Detection System, IDS. Tools like Snort and SYAFIQAH monitor network traffic for signs of unauthorized access or attacks. In healthcare, IDS protects critical systems like electronic health record, platforms and medical devices from cyber threats. It ensures patient data remains secure. Last one is Security Information and Event Management System, SIEM. SIEM platforms like Splunk and Curada aggregate system logs to identify suspicious activities such as multiple failed login attempts or unauthorized file access. These platforms help detect weak security protocols like unencrypted data transmission and ensure compliance with legal and regulatory requirements. What's the implementation steps for the solution? The first one is describe the role and privileges of access. Apply the principle of least privilege (POLP) to ensure users only have access to the resources necessary for their job functions. It's minimizing exposure to sensitive information. The second one is turn on multi-factor authentication (MFA). Implement MFA for all users accessing critical system or remote access points, such as logging into healthcare management software or cloud platforms on all devices, systems, and applications. This adding a second line of defense against unauthorized access. So the third one is configure tools for real-time monitoring. Integrate intrusion detection system (IDS) with security information and event management. Set up automatic alerts to notify IT staff if suspicious activity is detected, such as unusual login patterns, unauthorized file access, or any failed login attempts. The fourth is conduct periodic access reviews. Regularly review user access levels to ensure they still align with their current job roles. Remove access rights for users who no longer require certain capabilities, such as former employees or employees whose job functions have changed. The last one is employee education and awareness building. Provide ongoing cybersecurity training to employees. It emphasizes the importance of secure password practices and recognizing phishing attempts, or conduct regular awareness campaigns to reinforce security culture, ensuring employees remain vigilant in safeguarding their organization's sensitive information.
Now let's move on to our group reflection and how we collaborated throughout the assignment. To start, let me share the tools we used in this project. Canva and Google Docs were our main platforms. Canva was fantastic for creating the visual. It's easy to use and its collaborative features allow everyone to contribute their idea directly. This real-time editing saves us a lot of back and forth. On the other hand, Google Docs helped us with written content. It allowed us to work on the same document simultaneously, share feedback throughout comments, and track changes without worrying about losing our work. These tools made collaboration smooth and efficient. However, as with any group project, we face a few challenges. In Canva, for example, overlapping edits sometimes created confusion. We solved this by setting up an editing schedule so everyone worked on their part at different times. Another change was that not everyone was familiar with Canva's advanced feature. To overcome this, we help each other learn by sharing tips and tutorials. We also face issues with communication due to different schedules and occasional misunderstanding about deadlines. To handle this, we schedule regular check-ins throughout our group chat. These check-ins help us stay on the same page, track progress, and clarify any doubts. Reflecting on this experience, we learned a lot. Our communication as a group improved significantly, and we developed better teamwork and leadership skills. Each member brought unique strength, and by combining these, we overcome our challenges and created a well-rounded final product. Now let's wrap up with the conclusion. In conclusion, the healthcare sector is one of the most vulnerable industries to cyber attacks, given the sensitivity of the data it handles. The October 2023 data breach at Chiang Mai Medical Berhad in Malaysia is a clear example. Weak security practices such as unencrypted data and poor network segmentation allow attackers to access sensitive patient information, including medical records and billing details. To address this risk, we propose several solutions. First, encryption should be a priority to ensure that even if the data is accessed, it remains unreadable. Second, intrusion detection system can help identify and respond to threats in real time. Third, role-based access control ensures that only authorized personnel can access specific data. Finally, multi-factor authentication adds an extra layer of protection against unauthorized access. Implementing these measures not only strengthens security, but also complies with regulations like Personal Data Protection Act (PDPA) and HIPAA. Ultimately, continuous investment in cybersecurity is essential for healthcare organizations for reduced risk, protect patient trust, and maintain their integrity in increasing interconnected world. That concludes our presentation. Thank you for your attention.